Hello and welcome to Not Another Podcast with my co-host Jordan Gasparado.
And I'm joined by my co-host Jacobella.
Hey, how you doing,
You have
guys?
a beautiful face, man.
Oh, thank you, man.
You do, man.
I like how
the
you
lack of
started off with
facial
that.
hair, but damn.
Yeah.
We can work that in post, dude.
I've definitely been trying.
You have.
Yeah, and I just like, no matter what happens, if I talk to anyone that does have a beard or like can grow a beard, they always tell me, oh, you've got to shave more. And I'm like, trust me, I've been shaving. I've definitely been shaving. I shaved when I had no hair at one point. I'm like, it's going to work. I just thought the idea of putting like razors on your
Do you understand biology, dude?
I know what it means, but do they understand biology?
Well, I'm trying to grow my beard out, and they're like, use beard oil and a horse brush. And this guy's just got a huge horse brush just brushing. And I'm just like, yeah.
I've actually seen ads on Instagram for growing beards. I guess it's because I always Google it. But it's this roller with pins on it that make you roll up and down on your face, and then you put this other stuff on. And apparently like it works, and I'm not seeing anyone go it doesn't work. Like you know how like you'll always get a YouTube video that denounces a product. There's only been products that have like gone for it.
It's in iDubbbz's to-do list. So
yeah.
It is coming. But
if
you
make
already have a
something-
beard, don't you?
Haha, very funny.
Finn, you know.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Oh, Jesus Christ.
You're being
Anyway,
greedy with your beards, man.
welcome to it's like our third episode, but it's officially our second episode.
Yeah.
We'll stop talking about semantics. I don't know, after the fifth one or something like that.
It starts with 4, then it goes back to 1, and then...
But yeah, today we've got a fun-filled episode. We're talking about a few interesting things, few current events, as I like to say.
Yeah, so...
and we also have a few ads coming to you guys.
pretty good ads,
So know how
pay a
much
lot
you guys
of money.
love it.
You know?
Yeah, they pay money.
Well,
and
they pay me in crackers, so it's like 10 grand in crackers.
and it helps me with the internet bills to upload this beautiful thing on our internet here in Australia.
So here's my expose, Jake.
What is it?
Have you always been a homosexual? I wish everyone could see the look on his face. All right, okay. We'll do that as our
next
expose.
segment. So what have you been up to lately, Jordan? What's your week been like?
I got a story.
Yeah, tell me.
Okay. I work for a living. Okay. Unlike Mr. J, he's just here in his big ivory castle doing podcasts. Wouldn't that be the life? But anyway, back to where I'm at. I had a customer interaction which I'd like to share.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to name any names.
Margaret.
Fucking
Fucking Margaret.
Margaret. You really hit your target, Margaret. But anyway, so part of my duty sometimes is to greet people at the door.
Mm-hmm.
Door greeter, like for you Americans, can I help you with anything? At Walmart.
America has it too, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
But she comes in and I said, hey, how's it going? And most of the time they either ignore you, be like, it's good. She walks in, stops, turns, and just says, why? And I'm sort of like sorry, like, did I say something? Because sometimes I'll just say something and I just won't, like, it won't register. And she's like, why? And I'm like, because it's part of my duties. It's a door. She's like, but why? And I sort of then I started explaining, well, the CEO thought it'd be a good idea to, just explain the history of a door greeter. And she's like, but why would you do it? You don't care about me.
Wow.
And I'm just like, I don't, but this bitch called me out. It's like, what do you do? Do you like, this is a golden opportunity. I feel like Charlie from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, where it's like, I could probably make a whole situation out of this and this would be funny.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I do, like, when you walk into the door, like, you're one of, like, I didn't say this, but it's like, you're one of God's children. You're like, you're part of the pact. I'm like, well, we care about our customers.
Yeah.
And she's like, and walks away. And I'm just like, I touched someone right there.
Maybe you haven't said hello to her before, and she's like, why today? Out of all the days. I've come in before. You've snubbed me. You've looked at other people's bags. And, like, little did she know it was, like, Jay Lagaya's bag or something. You're like, I don't want to have to
Oh
check
my
this.
God, that was the most embarrassing thing. I should tell that. I'm going to tell that story next time. That's
Yeah.
the Jay Lagaya.
The Jay Lagaya story. The guy that did Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Wait, can you say he did Star Wars if he was in, like, 2 scenes over 3 episodes?
Oh, yeah. 2 episodes. He was in 2 and 3.
Oh, he wasn't in 1, yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Oh, wait, wasn't he in 1?
Because apparently they
One of
shot
Padme's
1.
bodyguards?
Yeah, but apparently they shot 1 in London.
Oh.
And then they shot 2 and 3. I thought they shot all 3 of them here.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
But yeah, I was reading the George Lucas biography because, you know, why not?
I'll wait for the movie.
It's quite an interesting movie. No, not really. It's just him doing, all right.
Yeah, I'd rather someone act that instead.
All right.
Like Christian Bale just gains some weight or something and grows a beard. Because that's all he has to do. He doesn't change anything else about himself. He just gains weight. I think that's why he does it. It's a defense mechanism.
Yeah, it's a built-in deniability where it's sort of like, yeah, you just, you know, it was like, but I gained all this weight, you know, and I was like really uber fit.
Yeah, but you do know you're American, right?
And
Why do you have an English accent?
Oh, you know, I was responsible for the Iraq War, mate.
Oh,
yeah.
Jesus.
I don't know why I sound like what Sid
Dick
Vicious would
Cheney?
sound like now. Yeah, Dick Cheney.
I made money off the Iraq War.
Oh, the Iraq War, mate. It's not in oil. It's in arms dealing.
It's not about oil. It's about all just extra ammunition.
It's my twin, mate. It's my twin.
What, they weren't gay lovers? Dude, I honestly thought that was the whole thing. I'm like, oh, his magic trick, it was like he was gay the whole time. Him and that weird guy with the beard.
No, what they call the amazing bum men. That was the trick now. It's
was
in
the
the title. I discovered my new character, Christian Bale, explaining things. Yeah. He wasn't in the plane. He was an autopilot.
That was the Prestige for everyone that wasn't listening. If anyone doesn't want this Prestige spoiled for them, skip forward. I guess you've already missed it. Too late.
There was always at do I have time or do we? Yeah, all right, cool.
Time.
So at I did a lighting and sound course, right? Mm-hmm. And every time they're like, "This is the magic," I always go, "It's the Prestige." And after a while, it just became infectious. So whenever it's like, and then there's a little trap door, and the techies would be like, "It's the Prestige."
They don't actually how to say it in any other accent but that. The Prestige. All right, cool. So, Jordan today has brought over something for me. He spoke about it last episode.
Yes.
It's sitting right next to him. Do you mind if you hand him over to me?
Yes, my friend. They were just on this.
You can move that. It's
I'm
fine.
just gonna put that
just the top one's fine.
Top one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Cool. It is, in your words,
Superman Earth 1 Volume 1.
Volume 1 by Shane Davis and J. Michael. I can't even pronounce
Skaransky. Skravansky.
I don't know. Anyway, it's what he spoke about last week.
So you just read those, and we'll probably talk about it because I feel like you will. I'm sorry, a little bit burp. Make me gas here. Yeah, I feel like you're not a real big Superman. I wasn't a big Superman sort of fan, but when I read that, it's sort of like, okay, like I sort of get it. So yeah, like we'll see how we go. You know.
Yeah.
One convert at a time.
Yeah, I guess that's how it works with this sort of thing. You know, you want to tell your friend if you really enjoy something like a podcast, then you tell your friend and they tell their friends. And
they tell 2 friends, and they tell 2 friends, and so on, and so forth.
Yeah, it's almost like some sort of... what did the Pharaoh once said it? The Pharaoh went up to one of his people and he's like, hey, I'm really digging triangles at the moment.
You can't call them fairies anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why'd you touch me on the knee? That was weird.
Because I just wanted to gain eye contact. Like
up. Like yeah.
I'm a visual person, mate.
God damn, guys. He like barely touched my knee too. It was like 4 of his fingertips, maybe like hovering above my skin.
It just makes it funnier.
I felt it so. It was just a weird feel. Now I know how all the females feel when they talk about. Oh wait, I've forgotten his name. We were talking about him just before the podcast.
Harvey Firestein.
Harvey Weinstein, yeah, that's it.
Harvey Firestein.
I don't understand the Firestein part.
Because he's, that actor in America where he's like, I speak like this. You know, the guy from Broadway, Mrs. Doubtfire. He's the brother in Mrs. Doubtfire.
Okay.
He's like this big sort of...
Yeah, what about it?
Yeah. So when the Harvey Weinstein thing started coming out, people were tweeting Harvey Firestein saying, you're a monster, you shouldn't have touched that girl. He's like, I'm gay, I didn't touch that girl, I swear. I'm with you, people.
I think it's come to that time, Jordan.
Oh yes. What I'm thinking?
No, it's not. It's not that one.
We just go into our base urges and
what do you usually before in between things?
Make out.
We roll our ads.
Roller
It's ad
ads.
times. Let's go. So this one is a special one. We've actually come into contact with these people, and we thought we might actually give them a bit of a plug and let them have some chat time. So, without further ado, let's roll that.
Hello, is this thing on? Are we paying by a second?
Hey guys. So we have created a podcast separate to Not Another Podcast.
It's like a companion piece.
It's like a companion piece, like the little sister piece.
Like a little companion.
And well, we have a podcast we call the Scary Mythical Podcast.
Oh, honey, I thought we were going to do the Ghoulie podcast. You didn't tell me that.
But no one knows how to spell ghoulie.
It's autocorrect on Google. That's how people can spell my name.
Yeah, that was scary. Don't do that to me.
Don't do. So what sort of stuff is it about?
So what we do is we talk about current events and how it's related to most of the mythological creatures in the world.
Like how vampires shut down the American government.
Yeah, and how lizard people control all of it. So it's just a big battle between the cold-bloodeds and the no-bloodeds.
But wait a minute, are you cold-blooded? Because I'm warm-blooded. Sorry, I have some of these hallucinations, and I see things. I'm thinking my friend here is a little snake. But is this over 30 seconds?
Yeah, it is.
How much money do we have to pay per second we go over?
We have the money. Don't worry. It's from the lizard people.
You got a little nest egg?
Okay, back to you guys in the studio.
Oh, that's scary.
All right, and we're back. Thank you. Wow. What was
Where
that
do you
mythic-
find these people, man?
They find me.
Where do you find them?
They find me.
That's so weird.
Yeah. So
That little one always does it. Look at me, I'm all scary.
Wow. Was that? Did you just play that? Like, was that from your phone? That was weird. That sounded like real. Like
I don't know. Yeah,
it was really good.
I'm practicing. Not as good as she does it.
What do you mean as good as she does it?
Well, doesn't.
She's putting on a voice. Are you claiming she puts on a voice?
What are you fucking doing, man? You got the fucking lizard people coming after us. Knowing you'd be too lazy to cut this part out, but just fucking do it. I'm not gonna be a fucking top 5 video, okay?
Okay, I'm glad that you can whisper. Anyway,
disappearance.
That was great from them. It was actually.
I'd listen to it.
Yeah, I'd listen to that.
Yeah.
I'd send people over to that. What was it called again?
Ghoulie podcast.
Yeah, like Google Ghoulie podcast, guys.
Apparently
that's
you can.
it.
It will autocorrect itself.
Yeah.
Illuminati
because the lizard
confirmed.
people and the Illuminati. Those fucking people. They're still going to do a segment on our podcast, aren't they?
Oh yeah,
Okay,
most
cool.
definitely.
All right, sweet.
I think there'll be enough appearance.
Yeah.
They're somewhere in the house.
Cool.
Oh, that's scary. Look, that's a hunch.
Yeah, they actually film while they record while we're recording, so you can always hear them through the walls if we're quiet enough.
You just hear this?
Okay.
It's got really big feet.
All right, so you know what time it is, Jordan?
Yes.
It's the time we look
Kiss?
forward to and we talk about the most.
Oh, definitely kiss. Make out. We're going to leave with the microphones on because there's no cameras. There could be any guys kissing.
Yeah. Cool, man. It's called Headlines.
Headlines.
Let's talk about the headlines, party people. All right. I think I might just get the ball rolling to start off with, just to have a general chat.
Yeah.
So, in this current era of gaming, there have been multiple versions of the same sort of game come out.
Mm-hmm.
For most people, that the wider generations would understand is it's like it's Fortnite.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a battle royale.
The battle royale format. So people that don't understand it, which means it's 100 people dropping in and only one person surviving or one team surviving.
Thunderdome rules.
Yeah, Thunderdome rules. Is that? Yeah.
Well, it's 2 men enter,
Yeah.
1 man leaves, but
Yeah.
And 98 people
Yeah.
do it.
Battle. What is the other one? There's the wrestling one, which is the
Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble. There's the Asian one, which was I think it was called Battle Royale.
Battle
wasn't it?
Royale. And
There
then
you
there's
go.
the Hunger Games.
And then there was the Hunger Games for other people that don't
They
know.
don't speak Korean?
Yeah. So before is it Korean? I thought it was Japanese or Chinese. Who knows? I'll look that up.
Probably Japanese.
I'll after it, I'll edit it and be like, it was Chinese. Okay. So this new one came out and it's called Apex Legends.
Okay.
Yeah. It's really. I mean, I know you haven't played it yet. I don't know if you've looked at it or anything like that.
I only know that they got like 10 million people like in the first day or so.
Well, it just came out of the woodworks for me, and it was just immediately playable. Like it wasn't half released and all that sort of stuff. It was pretty cool.
Especially in this day and age.
Yeah,
when
exactly.
Nothing's
a secret.
3 years.
Yeah,
we need money, so let's just play beta test for us.
But I think because it was powered by EA.
Is it?
Yeah, it seems cool.
Does EA have is this its own battle royale, or does EA have another game that's a battle royale?
So. No, I don't.
Okay, cool. I'm just trying to.
It's
so confusing.
And it's free,
yeah,
which is gonna get the crowds. Like PUBG when it first came out wasn't free. So all the not tryhards, but like all the diehards of the genre came in and boosted that up, and people were playing it, loving it. It played well, but it still had its bugs and all that sort of stuff. Fortnite. They pivoted from a different game that didn't have anything to do with battle royale or anything like that.
Talk about $1 billion idea.
Yeah, dude, seriously.
Something so minute can that's what
we've got the engine, and then bam. Okay, what if we put 100 people in the same? Yeah, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
We can make that game in here. It was really cool. It's a really smart idea. But yeah, now this one comes out. The way I describe it to people is you can play PUBG. And then you can play Fortnite, and then and go into this game and not have any edge on anyone else, because it's kind of like a different game altogether.
Yeah.
Even though the core prize is being the last one standing sort of thing, that still exists. Because there have been those copycat games like Call of Duty and everything like that come out, and they're pretty much just like first person version of PUBG.
Yeah.
And then there were all those other ones like Realm Royale and like all those other pop-up ones, which were kind of like cartoony and had all those microtransactions, exactly like Fortnite trying to do that. But it didn't recreate it. It just felt like you were trying to do Fortnite, but really bad.
Yeah, it seems like whenever there's take cinema, for example, like when Star Wars came out, everyone wanted to do the sci-fi fantasy, and they just did a cheaper, dumber version of it. So whenever there's sort of like, I'm going to say it, Fortnite was a cultural milestone. I'm going to say it right now. Hits the zeitgeist of everything. Because people know, you go up to people like Fortnite and you're like, oh, the floss, that sort of thing.
Yeah, people dance.
Yeah, and then you get the copycat. So anything that becomes so huge and then becomes a copycat, I think, and like everyone knows what Fortnite is. You love it or hate it.
Even though that was the copycat itself.
Yeah, exactly.
It mastered it.
Yeah, exactly. It sort of did its own thing. Take it with Star Wars. Flash Gordon was the precursor. They grabbed it, took out pieces from Kurosawa films like The Last Fortress or something, or The Seventh Samurai, put it in modern spin to it. Boom, people love it.
Yep.
So it's, the copycat becoming this huge thing, and then everyone's trying to copy the copycat. Yeah.
And so this one's come through, and it feels different and feels like it has its own place as far as this is concerned.
Okay.
People are moving towards it. You said it.
10 million in the first day, I'm going to say.
Yeah, something like that. It was like first day or weekend or something like that. It plays like Borderlands.
All right.
It's got like a really fun, like the guns are really fun to shoot.
Okay.
It doesn't have a realistic edge to it.
So it's not a real. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like when I saw it, I'm like, oh, is this just gonna be like a realistic Fortnite? But...
And it does the EA thing of on in-game transactions, but it's okay to do it in this sort of game because they're giving you the game for free.
Yeah.
And you get cases, you unlock them and all that sort of stuff. Or I'm totally all fine with this because you've just given a product for free. Yeah. Of course, I might spend some dollars and do something like that. But at the same time, I didn't because of the I downloaded it quick enough and I have Origin access. They gave me 1,000 of the in-game currency and I bought 10 boxes.
Yo, man, I need some in-game currency.
Yeah, exactly.
Send some my way.
So yeah, I'm enjoying the game. The game's
What's it
really
called again?
fun.
Apex Legends.
Apex Legends.
Apex
yes.
Legends. All right.
And it's really fun. You can slide around. You can, yeah, dude. Like when you're going down a hill, if you slide, you go faster.
Ooh.
There's grappling hooks. There's zip lines everywhere. It's really fun, and there's
Okay.
no fall damage.
So do the zip
You can
lines
fall off
like?
something. And...
So sorry, like, I'm actually really interested. So zip lines, is that sort of like you pick it up as an item, or is it
no, they're
part of your
everywhere.
basic?
Or you can. So there. I forgot to mention the best part is there are different characters and they're all different styles. So it's kind of like a class-based shooter,
Like Team Fortress.
like Team
type thing.
Fortress.
All right.
But yeah, like so one guy has a grappling hook and he can create zip lines as well, and then another guy can create like a what do you call it, like a smoke screen, and like another guy can have big shields and he's a strong guy, like he can like tank things.
All right.
There's 2 black women in it. There's a gay guy in it apparently. Like they went real ham with making it all inclusive.
Real ham.
Like yeah, ham. You know, hard as a motherfucker.
Oh, I thought you're hamming like, oh, he's really hamming it up.
No,
Oh,
okay.
God. All right.
But yeah, so Apex Legends.
Apex Legends.
Yeah, it's for some reason had to be LGBTQI welcoming.
Well, yeah. Well, Overwatch does it, and, you know. So
Yeah,
that,
Overwatch did it after the fact though.
Oh, did they?
Yeah,
So it
well,
wasn't
like, when Soldier was made, no one's like, oh, and he's gay. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Doesn't affect how I play Bastion. So.
Yeah, that is true. Okay. So what have you brought today?
It was a very slow news week because I think we're saving the big one. So I'm gonna just do a little small one and
Yep.
get out of the way. So, for you Marvel fans, the rocket that inspired Guardians' Rocket Raccoon has died at the age of 10 years old. Don't look at that. Oh, that's a sad news. When I saw that, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
he never got his Oscar speech. I was just a raccoon going through James Gunn's trash. James, you took a chance on me, and thank you. You gave me this incredible life.
Why do I feel like this raccoon is sadder than Bradley Cooper actually dying? Like if Bradley Cooper was to die,
Yeah.
less people would be upset about it than the raccoon dying.
Yeah.
Like I've seen so many headlines about that, and I'm just like, I know Jordan's gonna bring this to the table because I don't really care. But like, it's a raccoon, dude.
It's a raccoon.
It's a trash panda.
It's a motherfucker. You took my joke. I was gonna do a whole speech, and I was gonna do rest in peace, trash panda.
Okay.
There you go.
Well,
Way
then
to go,
we
man.
did it.
There we go. We did it.
All right. Next on the headlines, reportedly, Michael Bolton, mum and dad singer. Oh no, I guess it's just singer to the mums. I feel like he's like a mum like star. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the mum just goes and closes the door. It's like, all right, you guys leave. Mummy
You
needs
guys
a
need-
happy time.
Mum needs some Michael Bolton.
When the man loves a woman. Take it.
Yeah. So he was reportedly found sleeping while in
You
an
say found
interview.
dead.
No, that's why I went it like that.
Because
yes.
she's just like, Michael.
No, it was the morning show. It was Channel
Michael?
9. Sorry.
Oh, was
man.
it Channel 9?
Yeah, so
Oh.
it has Larry Edna, the guy that used to do The Price is Right. So apparently he actually, what does it say here? It says that he denies taking a snooze on the interview, even though it's obvious that he can. Even though it's obvious and you can obviously tell that it's him doing it.
What's the time difference from, let's just say he's from LA.
Oh, it's definitely a time difference thing, but that's
But what time would it be like at 8 in the morning our time?
I don't know. Like, why are you
I just want to
asking
know
me
if
that?
it's like 5 p.m.
It probably is. It probably is because
Give
they're on
him
the
some
other side of the
Give him
L.
some chocolate or something.
Give who some chocolate?
Michael Bolton, so he get or some crack. I don't know.
Sorry, but I just thought that was funny, and that lightens the mood up for the next part.
Old man does stuff.
Old man Liam Neeson reportedly, I mean, like, in an interview says black bastard, so everyone automatically assumes
black
he's
bastard.
racist. But you know, he's got a story behind it, and he just wants to show where he gets his anger from.
Yeah, like I've done a little bit of research on this.
Yeah, can you please start from the beginning?
What do you mean?
Like, start from the beginning of the story.
Oh, you want me to tell the actual story?
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
cool. All right, so sorry. All right. So Liam Neeson's friend was apparently raped, and he said, "Who did it?" And she's just like, "I don't know. He was just a black guy." So in his sort of what would you call it?
Rage?
Like in his rage, and he's sort of, yeah, in his rage, he's sort of like, I hope a black guy, essentially, if he comes out of a pub, starts a fight with me, I'm just going to kill him.
Yeah.
And that's what he says.
So from what I heard in the interview, he said that he was walking around like late at night with some sort of weapon, waiting for something to happen to him. Like he was being self-destructive in that way. Yeah. He said and then he's like, and then if I saw a black bastard that was trying to catch me, I would do something, you know?
Yeah.
So like that's where it is. It's like he was being self-destructive because he was being emotional about something that happened to his friend. And then he also, in the time while he was casually talking about this pain, just says black bastard.
You black bastard.
So there you go, guys. Rape makes people racist. So there were reports after the fact of an old co-star saying that Liam Neeson isn't racist because he I'm trying to click on this thing. It's not giving me the wait, here we go. I'll give you like 3 guesses on who said it. But Liam Neeson is not racist because he passed Viola Davis, says a co-star.
From Widows?
A third person.
In the movie Widows.
Yes, in the movie Widows.
There's the Aussie.
Yeah.
And then there's Michelle Rodriguez and this other lady and Viola Davis. So Viola Davis is out. Mm-hmm. Michelle Rodriguez. Yeah,
100%. Oh, man. Yeah, so that's her defense. Because he passed, while getting paid, passed a black woman, he is not racist. Look, that may be right.
You listen here.
He might not be racist.
I'm going to pash this black bastard. So apparently in the interview with the lady, he tells the story. Then afterwards, he sort of says, and if you tell anyone this, I will find you and I will kill you. No, he didn't say the kill part, but he's just like...
Wait, he actually said that?
No, he didn't say the kill part.
But he actually said, don't tell anyone this.
I will find you. And she's like, he's trying to pass it off as a joke. And it's like...
What the hell? Oh, God, what a funny guy. That's great.
Liam Neeson's Nissan. Liam Neeson's Nissan is Nissan.
Let's transition into our last ad.
Oh, what's the ad going to be?
Well, this ad is a special ad, actually. I've been told to read it for this one.
Okay.
There's another podcast out there, a podcast that I've been a co-host on. I thought it might be useful to not useful, sorry. It might be nice enough to shout them out for letting me on their podcast. I had a great time.
Yeah. And they shouted us out. It's only fair.
Yes, and they shouted us out. So
we listen.
Yeah, it's called Dicks in Our Hands Podcast. You're able to find them on Twitter as well. I think it's called our_dicks. If you want to follow them on that.
Just on Tumblr, there'd just be various versions of that, and there one just in the middle.
Yeah, and so I am on... Oh, wow, I'm looking for the episode now, right through my phone. Yeah, I'm on episode 8. It was filmed November last year in 2018.
Oh, wow.
And that was a good time for me. I really enjoyed it. I think that's...
Sounds like they have fun.
That's it. They really do have fun. It talks about... they talk about, what's happening in their lives. They talk about some love, some of that sort of stuff. I don't want to push Jordan too much in that vicinity yet, but I'm looking to hear some of his date stories soon and try and get them out of him. No pressure. But their most recent episode, J-pop and terrible movies. They talk about movies they've seen and had to leave midway through.
I've left one movie.
Okay, let me finish.
Yeah. Sorry.
It is an ad, remember?
Oh fuck, sorry.
So yes, don't forget. It is Dicks in Our Hands Podcast. And just give him some reviews and ratings for me. Thanks, guys.
And I got to his office fully prepared to suck his dick. But he couldn't have been nicer. And he's like, Andy, listen, I will release all the water. I will let you serve it. But I want to be one of the first people to be paid this import fee for what you're doing. And I said, okay, great.
I've left one movie. The only time, I'll watch any movie. I'm sort of like, let's see how we go with this. Yep. One time I watched Beowulf.
Yeah.
You know that animated movie?
Was it animated?
It was animated.
Jesus fucking
2007. I was like, sitting in the theater and I'm just like, ugh. So I left and watched I feel like it was Daddy Daycare 2. So I left after like 10 minutes. I'm like, fuck this shit.
Yep.
Like, this is just boring. And I just left. And I think I watched Daddy Daycare if the timeline lines up.
Yeah. Look, I think you made a better choice.
Oh, yeah.
What was who was in Beowulf? Was that
Angelina Jolie.
And her husband, right? Wasn't he in it? Brad Pitt?
I don't know if Brad Pitt was
I
in
thought
it.
Brad Pitt was in it. Anyway, you would know because you didn't watch it.
I saw the title sequence with the people.
I don't know what that even means.
You know, it's like that.
Speaking of movies, I watched Glass recently.
Ooh.
Not as bad as people say it is.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I don't know whether like my expectations are set so low from everyone else, or whether I think people are just being super pretentious about movies these days. I think I was saying it the other day that there needs to be something that gets released to reset people's expectations of movies these days.
Yeah.
I think people have their heads so far up their ass that they're back into their eyes again, so that they smell like shit, and don't understand or appreciate how hard it is to get something up there.
I feel like a lot of the hate is just to M. Night. Because I feel like look,
you're saying preloaded hate.
Preloaded hate, because there was a while. So he did Sixth Sense, which blew everyone away. Yep. Unbreakable, which I'm not too sure about the reception. It seemed to be sort of positive, but not as.
I heard it was culty, like a
culty,
cult.
yeah,
like it's everyone realized how good it was after.
And then he sort of did the string of movies like Lady in the Water. He did The Happening, which everyone loves.
Yeah, everyone loves for its jokes. Like, it wasn't supposed to be funny, but yeah.
And the real Avatar,
what?
You know, The Last Airbender?
Oh, yeah.
That happened. And then he sort of did Split, and everyone's just like, oh my God, this is such a great movie, oh my God. And I was like, oh, it's connected to Unbreakable, so it's a sequel. And he's like, I'm going to do a third one. And it's like, okay. I feel some of it would be like, if it sucked just a little bit, it'd just be amplified. Like, it sort of seems like, so you did one good movie. There's no way he's out of his slump. He's just going to fuck it up. So I feel a lot of it would be some people that would just hate. I think it's just like, if anyone else did that movie, they'd be a lot more forgiving. I feel like M. Night Shyamalan has sort of now, what do you call peak too early? I feel like they're sort of like, he peaked exactly too early. And then now he's just, making these mediocre movies because he always has to put himself in the
yeah.
in the movie.
He was in this.
Oh,
one.
was he?
He was in this one. He's one. He was what's his name? Bruce Willis. Willows. Works in like this security camera store. Like they sell all that sort of tech and stuff like that with his son. And he's like just trying to buy something with his son, and Bruce Willis is walking out of the store going, "I'm going for a walk." And that's his term for like doing superhero stuff, like going out to walk and like protect the.
It's actually
civilians.
really cool. Like,
dude, it's really good. Film.
Like if he says that line, I just probably just get chills. You're like, oh.
Yeah. So his son's just like, no, you said you're not going for a walk today. Like trying to like control him. He doesn't want to get hurt too much. Or
isn't
like
he
put
unbreakable?
himself into danger. No, but it's like get caught is the main thing. If you get caught, then you get tested on and all that sort of shit. So and the whole time M. Night's just trying to buy a fucking camera, and he's like just looking at both of them having this really awkward conversation. Like,
I just want to buy the security camera. Why are you making it extremely difficult?
No, he was just like, geez, just let your dad go for a walk, man. Like, what are you doing?
Can I ask you a question? Was this cameo seemed like really drawn out, or
it did? It went for way too long. Like, I'm like, oh, there he is. I was waiting for it to be like a Stan Lee thing. Rest in peace. A Stan Lee thing where he's just like, oh, I love you guys, and then walks away. It wasn't. It was like he was just like, I swear, you see it in the film. At least in my vision, I was looking at him the whole time, and he was just turning his head slowly back and forth, just being like. Okay,
so it cut to him.
Don't do that. Don't do this. Don't do that. And then it was, geez, just let your dad go for a walk.
So it was like
there was
on him
multiple cuts of different angles of him
of M. Night
always in the shot. Yeah,
fucking hell.
It wasn't even like just an extra. He was like M. Night in it.
So vain, Jesus Christ.
It was so funny. I mean, that's fine. If I made a film, I would want to be in it.
Yeah, but just do the Stan Lee thing where it's like Bruce Willis, his son, he can't go for a walk, and he walks by and he's sort of like, "Stay strong, kiddo." Like
if it was Stan Lee, it'd be like, let your son do what he's gotta. Let your dad do what he's gonna do.
Jiminy Jellikers, Jiminy Jellikers, Jiminy Jellikers.
So before you came today, you might notice that it's a bit later in the day than when we're recording this. I had a bit of a a housemate lunch, housemate brunch or breakfast.
I saw your Instagram.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was fun. So we went out to that. It's a place called Henry Lee's. It's kind of close, but not really that close to my house. Bit of a trek, but a really great restaurant. They have like really interesting breakfasts. Like I had meatballs and chorizo.
Really? For
Meatballs.
breakfast?
Yeah, with egg. But it was really nice.
Was it breakfast or was
Yeah,
it like an
breakfast.
all-day breakfast?
It's a breakfast thing, yeah.
Oh, wow. All-day breakfast? Or...
I don't think they do. I don't know if they do all day breakfast or not.
So if I go and you're like, can I have the meatballs and the eggs? It's 10:30,
I
dude.
feel like
you
can.
can.
Go. I don't think it's open past like 4 o'clock. So
One of those ones.
yeah,
How very
so
cosmopolitan
it's really
of them.
nice. But when they were sitting there, they realized that we all have the day off because it's a Sunday. But that doesn't mean anything in our job line.
Yeah.
But we all have the day off, and I'm like, I've got to film the podcast, so they're going to hang out now. But before that, they were like, what are we going to do? And they just started talking about cleaning their house. And look, I have no problem with cleaning the house. It's great to have a better environment and cleaner environment in the house. But
For guests.
I don't give a fuck about guests. No, I'm joking.
I'm holding my
it's-
breath in this place. I'm just saying.
It's all about like where they're going to use that drive.
Yeah.
And they went straight to the balcony. So they're out there and they're just going through all the stuff in the balcony. And they're like, they're trying to convince me to get rid of the barbecue. And I'm like, look, I know I'm not using the barbecue now, but yes, it is a mess out here. But I don't think it's going to be used. No one wants to sit out there. Even when it was clean, and I have cleaned it before, no one wants to sit out there because if you leave the door too open, you get flies in the house. There's not a good view. It's just a garage door. And
that's a good garage door.
but
like,
it's
good.
it's too loud, and then you hear the trucks go by, and it's just not a good environment to be in. And so I'm just sitting there, and I'm just like, what the hell is going on? It's just, I'm all for like looking at cleaning up the house, but I feel like it was just a waste of like
A day?
no, not a day, but like a waste of that energy when it could be used elsewhere in the house.
Could do a sketch comedy group.
Yeah, do a sketch comedy group. But yeah, that was what was happening before that, and so they've gone to IKEA to find storage solutions.
Ooh.
I call it the Marie Kondo effect.
The Marie Condo. Yeah, exactly right. Like when
Yes.
you said that, I'm sort of like, someone has a Netflix subscription.
Yeah, exactly. And this is exactly what's happening. I feel like I only watched one episode of Marie Kondo, and all it was like a long episode, dragged out, and it was like emotion and how to fold. That's all it is. The main thing was like she folds in this really intricate way, and I think the way that you like fold things is she's like mentally made it so hard to fold because it looks kind of cool when you put it all together. But it's like if you don't care about this piece of clothing enough to fold it this way, then you'll throw it out. You know, that's like the mental thought around it. So now that's going everywhere else. Is this giving me joy? Is this giving me joy? Is this giving me joy? Shut the fuck up.
Well, it could be worse. It's better they're into Marie Kondo than the Ted Bundy tapes. What are you doing? I'm going for a drive. But where are you from like 10 p.m. to like 1 a.m.? Shut the fuck up.
Oh, dude, there was another one that was just really funny. His name. So I met this guy. It said in the system that his name was Roy. Roy Morgan. And I looked down and I'm like, okay, cool. Look up Roy Morgan, and he's like, yes. We sit down, and he goes, okay, but you can call me Blaney. And my mind just exploded. I was just like, how does Blaney come out of Roy Morgan?
Yeah.
And I didn't ask.
Oh, you didn't
I didn't
ask,
ask at
right.
all. And I was like, I just kept walking around, and I kept telling people like this was the funniest thing that ever happened. It was stupid that it's so funny because like I should have just replied being like, my name's Blaney too.
Your name tag says Jake. It's a gag. You had to be there.
Yeah, but I was talking to someone, and they were saying that everyone was changing, like for a while, everyone was changing their name on Facebook to Roy Morgan.
Why?
I think Roy Morgan is like an advertising company or something like
I
that.
thought it was either a banking or something like.
Yeah, I don't know. I have
I've
no.
heard
It might be
Roy Morgan.
an agency of some sort.
Yeah.
And everyone was changing their name to Roy Morgan, and they may have made this account with, to make like the reservation,
Yeah,
as
so you
Roy
can't
Morgan.
change your name or anything?
You can, but you have to give a damn and try.
Well, if you
Like,
give
and
a
no one
damn and
does
did
that.
Roy Morgan, like...
But he would have set it up as Roy Morgan. But that's hilarious. And I was just so stupid. I was like, Roy Morgan.
Roy Morgan.
And then Blaney. And I'm like...
Market Researcher, Australia's leading customer industry market research company, just in case you wanted to know.
Unless I was talking to Roy Morgan himself.
No. Roy, Mr. Morgan's my father.
Yeah,
Call me
Blaney.
Blaney. Yeah.
Blaney. There's an Aquaman. Do you know much about this? The Aquaman spin-off?
Yeah.
That they're going to do about the trench?
The trench.
How would this work without it being just an Aquaman show?
Is it just Nicole Kidman making like how she made tampons and that 20 years she was stuck in the trench? Like, that was my first question. He's like, what did she do for sanitary products and stuff? Like,
Why would that be the first thing that comes to mind?
because she's been on.
What do you think
she's in
people
the
did?
center
What
of
do
the
you think
earth.
people did the years before we even?
I don't think the
invented that?
Atlanteans are learning how to self-survive. Like,
No. I'm not talking about the Atlanteans. The Atlanteans aren't the only people that have periods, Jordan. Women have had periods since they were women.
Since they were
Since
women.
the fucking beginning of time. Like, why is that something that would be confusing to
Just
you?
popped in my head. I don't know.
Why tampons, though?
Does she just free bleed? I don't know. Like, that's my question.
Exactly.
All right, cool.
Exactly.
She free bleeds.
That's an option.
Wouldn't that just attract the T-Rexes?
What? She breathes underwater, dude. What makes you think she's not going to be in water most of the time?
I love how angry he's getting.
No, it's so stupid for you to bring up sanitary products as the joke.
It's not a joke. It was a genuine question.
It is. If that's a genuine question, how do you live with women? I don't understand.
They have a supply of tampons, and the question isn't
And
asked.
that's like, then this necessity is the only way they can ever clean themselves of blood.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I don't know. Just think it would attract the dinosaurs that live there. That's my question.
Oh, so dinosaurs can smell blood.
Probably.
You know that, right? You know that for sure.
Yeah. You can.
They can.
I don't
You know about dinosaurs. You know that dinosaurs can smell blood.
I've seen Jurassic Park maybe 4 times.
And Jurassic Park is what dinosaurs look like.
Exactly. Really just stretching out the trench bit. Like, that's all it was. It's just like, it's a spin-off. We tried.
But that's what frustrates me the most about this thing is, like, how do you create a spin-off of something
Yeah.
that without having Aquaman in it?
Yeah, and it's...
It makes me angry. It makes my blood boil. The only reason they're doing it is because Aquaman made a lot of money as far as DC Comics is concerned, and they're trying to drag more money out of it.
Yeah, but it's just...
But no one's gonna go to it, and they're just shooting themselves in the foot again. First of all, they get rid of Alec Baldwin. What the fuck's his name? Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
And now they're doing this. Obviously, this is
I don't think they
DC.
got rid of Ben Affleck. I think Ben Affleck's just like, I'm done. So I feel like they probably tried.
They could have tried harder to keep him.
I felt like, look, it's been going on for like 2 years. Is he going to do it? Is he not going to do it? They tried. I think he's
feel
just
like
like,
they didn't try.
I feel like they would have tried because he would have announced it earlier if he, But anyway, maybe the Trench movie is just them trying to be clever, and it's like, this is Aquaman 2, and then you go to Comic-Con, you're like, your Trench movie, it's Aquaman 2, but just announce Aquaman 2,
Yeah, it's not.
But yeah.
Unless they're trying to keep secrets and whatnot.
Yeah.
Do the old split thing.
It's just, there are these monsters that attack a boat. Bruce Willis is like, time to take a walk.
It's so frustrating. Also, I don't know if you saw that, but Chris Pratt, he seems to be all over the news currently.
Yeah.
Just about everything in general. But they're going to use James Gunn's script for Guardians 3.
Yeah.
They're going to stick to it as much as they can.
Or because there'd just be the backlash anyway.
Yeah.
Like, if it's sort of like, oh, the movie failed because, you didn't use his script. And then it's sort of like, well, we
used his script.
used his script.
It's just that he was a horrible person in his past life and he had to leave.
His past life.
I don't know. In his life before making Guardians.
He was sexually harassing pandas. He was on the casting couch.
Who lives in the east neath the willow tree? Sexual harassment, panda hooks.
All right, so let's transition over to
The actual podcast.
not the actual podcast, but our friends, the
Ooh,
mystical scary.
The ghoulies.
So we'll just we'll let them walk in. Oh hey guys,
hey guys.
Thank you.
Look, this is so warm. Thank you,
Oh, wow.
Jordan.
we were practicing our podcast in the other room, and look, we don't have any mics yet. That's why they let us use theirs.
Yeah.
So we were just talking into little So have you ever had
Into
a
little hands.
no? You know Viva. You know Viva. You know how Viva has those paper rolls inside.
Oh yeah.
We're just talking into those stuff,
I
shoving
didn't
our
have
lips
that.
down there.
I was just
yeah.
talking my hand like this. Just
Whoa.
whispering to myself.
Okay, I'll when I'm done with my next paper roll, I'll bring you one next week.
Oh, it's so cool.
Okay. So I have a story. This one's most
What's the
recent.
story?
So this one's called I moved into a new house.
You did?
Yeah, I just moved into a new house, and
You're doing so well.
thank you. Yeah, this podcast is really helping me look for new places. But I'm the first one of all my roommates to move in.
Oh my god. How many roommates?
4.
4, including yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, so you have 3 roommates.
Yeah, so what happens is I'm actually gonna live there for 2 weeks without anyone. And it's a big house. But I'm here.
How many stories?
It's got one story.
1 story?
But it's a big house. And I'm hearing all these sounds.
Like what sort of sounds?
Like at 7 a.m. the neighbors are like,
Oh my god!
"Hey mate, can you pass me the timber?" And that's what they sound like. It's really
They said
scary.
that verbatim, timber?
Yeah.
I wonder if that's a demon.
Yeah, I'm
Like
very
a zoo.
scared. I'm really scared.
Well, I got my Ouija board, so you invite me over anytime and I'm gonna do a little seance.
It happens during the day the most. And so it wakes me up really early in the morning.
Oh no.
And then I can't leave the house
Oh no.
until it stops at about 3 p.m.
3 p.m., that's the devil's number.
And then I leave. And then I can go. I have no neighbors either.
Oh my
There's
god.
no house there at all.
Don't
Sorry.
do that to me.
I just cried a little. 'Cause
Sorry,
I'm
I was
still-
so shocked I had to compose myself.
What's been going on in your world?
Well, there was this guy, right? And he seemed very cool. He was very funny. Extremely funny.
Oh, yeah.
He wasn't a comedian, but he dabbled in the comedian arts. And I met him once, and he said, "Babe, I love you, but I gotta go for a month." I was like, "Where?" He's just like, "Well, I gotta fast, and I gotta pray." And then this little lesbian called him out. And he's sort of like, "Yo, I love gays, but I just love fasting, and it's great for my figure." And I'm like, "Babe, I love you." And that man was Chris Pratt.
That's scary.
It's not scary. It's my
I
man.
like that man.
He's my man.
He's your man?
He's my man.
You're dating.
Just because you have a home doesn't mean you can steal him from me.
Is your father Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Shh.
Don't do this to me.
Don't do
I
it.
haven't had much sleep
I
lately.
wanted people to
I've been waking up at 7 a.m. every morning.
like it's an alarm clock.
And guess what?
What?
I have no neighbors.
I'm just doing Google search, but timber isn't coming up. It's just the wood. But if you type in timbereth, that's a demon. Timbereth the demon. He knocks your wood down. He knocks your tree down.
All right, I have to go now.
Okay. Can I use one of those cardboard rollers you were talking about? So I
Hey,
can practice?
Okay, you can go now.
Okay,
Can you
boy.
live with her, please?
All right, okay.
Okay.
Where's that juicy piece of man, Jordan? Hey, okay. All right, see ya. Yeah. Valentine's Day. Okay.
Okay.
Fuck. That's one down.
We've got to
4 more to go.
Oh, okay. Good job, man. But we've got to stop giving them airtime.
What the fuck was that?
That was weird. I don't
Does she
think
even
any
know
of
Chris Pratt? Is she knew Chris Pratt? Why the fuck is she
her
trying to
boyfriend.
go? Why is she hitting on me for?
Dude, that's very confusing.
That's so confusing.
Dude, my problem with
Is
that
Chris Pratt going to be on the date
my
with
problem
us?
with that is none of that actually sounds like supernatural at all, you know.
She was just describing her fucking relationship.
I know.
What a weirdo.
Yeah, one of them has like a really religious boyfriend, and the other one just moved into a new house. It must be a new area. Like,
What is it, a new housing development or something?
yeah. like, what do you mean she's not getting any sleep? She wakes up at 7 a.m. Go to bed earlier. if you're getting work, I wonder what they do for work. She doesn't leave the house.
Yeah. Maybe she's one of the telemarketers.
Oh, she just does it from her home.
Maybe. I don't know. Or maybe she sells
Imagine doing
supplements.
phone sex with her. I'm scared. Oh, don't say you're gonna choke me. That's scary.
Well, that's really good, man. Let me try to do that one. Oh my God, I'm trying. That's so scary. I can't do it really good.
It's really hard. Okay, so this is the point where we talk about our recommendations.
Oh, yeah.
Before we wrap it up.
We should have wrapped up 20 minutes ago.
Anyway,
Let's get going.
Yeah, what do you?
You want to go first? Or you want me to? All right, I'll go first. I got a recommendation for a reality TV show.
What?
Yep, I know. I know people are like, I'm turning this podcast off. Let me finish. It's called Married at First Sight. And it is the greatest show on TV. So what they do is they get two random strangers and they like have these experts in like relationship.
Quotation marks.
That's why I'm doing
Yeah, I
quotation
know.
marks.
I'm just explaining.
And yeah, and they're sort of like, I think this person would be great for this person. It's almost like the human equivalent of, you know, when you get a zoo enclosure
Yeah.
and you get like two pandas and you're sort of like, well, see what happens. That's exactly what it is.
Oh my god!
Except we can understand them.
And we poke them with a stick.
Yeah.
Wait, did the experts show them like porn just to be like, this is what you have to do?
There is a virgin. All right. Okay. This is the funniest bit you're gonna.
No. It's just that sounds to me like a Black Mirror episode. Do you watch Black Mirror?
No, it seems really
Dude.
like it's something I want to do, but it just seems so depressing.
It's
and
not. There's one based on dating, and I'll send it to you. It's but maths seems like a bit of a Black Mirror episode, which is fucking weird. But I'll tell you which one it is later.
But watch, there's a virgin, and if I'll do the voice, but I'll cut it out if he's sort of like, and last night I lost my virginity, and it's like, yeah, he did it! Oh my god!
Wait, so he went in the straightest voice, and last night.
He's like one of
I
those
lost my
real,
virginity?
I lost my virginity. It was just the funniest thing, and oh man, it's trash.
Is he old or?
He's like 27, but he could have passed off as a 22-year-old. Like he's that type of.
All right.
And it's
Well,
just,
that's what happens when you keep your virginity.
yeah,
You stay
it's
really
just
young.
it. Oh my god, like I can't. There's like a guy, and he's like, oh, I haven't really dated girls that big. She's like, she's not skinny, but
Yeah.
she's like healthy
Yeah,
skinny.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, my ex-girlfriend's mum died. And this was the day where they were going to fly off to somewhere for
Yeah.
their honeymoon. And he's just like, I gotta go. And he just leaves her for like a week.
What the fuck?
And they have these dinner parties where they all come together and all the happens. And he comes behind her and he's like, honey, I'm home.
Oh no.
And she's just like, she spent a good 10 minutes just trashing this guy. She's like,
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck, blah, 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 blah. Because you got to
Wow.
get the story first.
Yeah.
And then you're going to hear that story and you'll be like, yeah, this guy's a dick. And she says, can I talk to you for a second? And they walk away and they sit down. And I shit you not, okay? In my head, I'm like, wouldn't be great if this happened. And it happened. I thought I had a group hallucination.
Yeah.
It was just so perfect. She's like, how dare you do that? Blah, blah, blah. And it like cuts to him and it goes in. And he's like, I'm so bored. Oh my god, why is she still talking? I'm paraphrasing here. He's
Yeah.
like, okay. And he's like, I'm sorry. And she's like, okay, and walks off. If I can find the clip, I'll put it on. But Jesus Christ, it is the greatest show on TV.
Yeah.
Watch it 4 nights a week, 365. Wouldn't that be good?
Yeah.
But no, it's
How many nights a week?
4 nights a week.
Fucking hell.
I know.
Australian shows fucking bash it.
I know. They just
Like I was watching MasterChef America, and there are like 20 episodes, but if you go to Australia, it's like 102 or something like that. They just every fucking day.
yeah, it's a full time job.
I guess
man.
we don't have that much stuff to put on our TVs here. So they're like,
No,
same
but-
show, but just keep going.
with the CBS buying 10. Is that CBS?
I don't know, man.
You're gonna get a lot more American shows, and thank fucking god.
Fun. Okay, cool.
What's your recommendation?
Yeah, my recommendation. I actually googled this the other day, and I was like, I wasn't bored. There was just there's just so much choice these days.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got it was either Prime or Stan, but I just like wrote best movies on Stan at the moment, and number 1 was Boy.
Oh yeah, I've heard about this one.
Yes, by our
Taika
boy
Waititi.
Taika Waititi.
Waikiki.
I can't say his name. I don't
Taika
know.
Waititi.
It's really hard. But anyway, the director of Thor Ragnarok
And What We Do in the Shadows.
and What We Do in the Shadows,
And Hunt for the Wilder People.
which is having a sequel. Did you watch the trailer?
That's a TV show.
No, a sequel
When did that happen?
with jeez,
Matt Berry?
Yeah, Matt Berry's in it.
That's the TV show.
But there was a trailer for it.
It's a trailer for a TV show.
No.
Yeah, it's a TV
It
show.
looked like it was going to be a movie.
No, it's an Americanized version of,
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we'll talk about it later.
Still good, yeah.
But yeah, boy, it's really funny. It was described to me as this boy that really likes Michael Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
And then
So Taika Waititi.
I click on the actual the whole movie, and then the movie has this like what's it called? Paragraph of just like
synopsis.
synopsis, and it says, "Boy really loves Michael Jackson." I'm like, what is this movie? And I start watching it, and it's just fun. It's just fun. I think the best way I can describe these sort of movies that he makes, because he has a few. He has that other one where it's the Wilder People, The Hunt for the Wilder People. It feels like a Ghibli film, like a Studio Ghibli film.
Ghibli.
Like, you know the one that the Japanese guy that makes those.
Right.
If they're kind of like this fun and like not too heavy,
But heavy enough
to give you some sort of like it's keeping me going. Like
Okay.
I'm watching this, and that's the way I feel about watching his stuff. It's like really lighthearted but heavy at the same time, fun, enjoying. You've watched something, you feel like you've learned something.
Oh yeah, he's like one of my top directors.
It's so amazing, like for him to just start releasing more of these films and get a bit more popular, I guess.
Well, yeah, I
want to
see what his mainstream stuff would be like, because he's got a new one where he's Hitler. He's dressed like Hitler. Like you'll find. I don't know what the story
I've
is,
watched
but
that.
but it's sort of Scarlett Johansson and there's a little boy,
Yeah.
and it's just Taika Waititi just sitting down in the full Hitler garb, and he says, "I'm a Polynesian Jew playing Hitler, like it's the ultimate fuck you."
That's amazing.
So I don't know anything about the story, but I'll be there opening day. Dendy.
Sweet. So that's it. That's it for the podcast. I think we're gonna wrap it up here.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone for listening.
Thank you.
Thank you to Dicks in Our Hands podcast.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, hopefully we'll come over and we'll do a crossover podcast someday.
You guys doing a crossover podcast?
Shut the fuck up!
I'm sorry.
Get
what?
out of here!
Oh my
No,
god.
your bit's done.
Martin is so cute.
Your bit is done.
That handlebar
I
mustache.
love him so much.
I want to.
Get out of here.
I want to climb him like a
my God.
redwood.
I love his mustache.
It's like a little place where I can put my feet.
I'm coming for you, Cameron. All right, they're gone far out. Those guys love the Dicks
I
in
tell
Our
you
Hand
what.
podcast.
I tell you what. I think they are.
What?
I think they're ghosts.
Don't
I think they're ghosts.
don't start that
Do
conspiracy.
you see it?
Do not start.
They
That. I'm
somehow-
not looking. I've never seen their
They're
legs.
somehow
No.
able to come into the
I'm
microphone
not looking.
when we're here. It's fucking weird. We need to get a spirit box.
That's scary. Oh shit! What's happening? All right, don't forget to follow us on all the major platforms. Mr. J himself on everything.
Yeah, and follow
Brand Stark.
All Brand Stark on Instagram, soon to be Twitter, Snapchat, and Bumble.
And Bumble.
I gotta get 4 more, mate. I gotta get 4 more.
And also, we have a podcast Twitter. I don't know if I plugged that.
Yeah,
It's called the NAPODPOD, so not other podcast. It got lifted. I
Lifted?
remember when I accidentally locked it because they told it its age was from this year. It's like, you're too young, and then I had to. Anyway, follow us on all of those. Thank you for listening, everyone.